So yeah, well, this is going to be more of a run through of what's going to be happening in the new short film that we haven't got a name for, but it's going to be done with like heist stuff, and it's going to be like a small slash a bit of a big gang, or where are they are asked by another gang to heist a truck that has special weapons in the back of it, and I have to bring it across to them. But in the end, not like right at the end, but halfway through, what will happen is that the crew that we're playing as will go hunt down and take off every one of the members that are in the other crew, which will let us have the weapons truck back, which we'll keep for our own. And this is going to be done as quite a huge heist, and it's going to be classed as a video. This is probably all the prop cars that we'll be using, or the cars that will be featured in the film. It'll be like an insurgent, like they all look like this, but only a few of them won't. You can have your word on this if you want, so go ahead, because you will be in this film, Leon, so you can have your say. You can have your say on what you think, or what you want your role to be, or what you want to drive in, or whatever. I think in one scene, in one scene, we'll have your version of this. Won't we? We'll have your version of this, driving down the motorway. Well, sitting at this certain spot, which we'll show you later, where we come past in this. We'll have three cars in a row. We'll have this Sultan, which Mason will be driving, and I'll be sitting in the passenger seat, and you'll be in the front driving this thing, and then Kofi will be driving his. So yeah. So when we will be, yeah. So yeah. So when we're in the scene, what will happen is these two, we're like in a convoy, and then Mason in the Sultan splits up and goes right in front of the truck, does like a drift to get in front of it and face it, and then reverse, and then he'll slowly stop it with the insurgent up the back and this along the side, so it can't escape. So it's kind of boxed in because it will be against one wall, because the width of the like strip is only 2, so we will be able to do that. I'll get out, like knock out the driver or whatnot, get the truck, and then we'll drive off, and then we'll drive back to the Sandy Shores where we will meet the other gang. And really later in the film, this car will be involved, very much involved. And I'm not sure if this will be, but it might. I know you will, and this might not. And I know this will. So what will happen is we'll be driving away from them. They'll be on their like bikes, because they'll be like more or less the Lost MC, but not really, because we won't actually play as them. But it'll be like this. This car is being chased with this Buccaneer up the back, which is its like escort car, and they'll be being chased by the Lost, and we will have to kind of drive over. The like name of our gang is Overlord for some reason. But yeah, that's what it's going to be called. I'm not sure what we're really going to call the film. But yeah, I'm going to cut now to going over to the bridge where we should be when the truck gets like stolen in that scene. So yeah. So yeah, now we're at the location of the first scene. Well, not really the first scene, but the first sort of heist kind of scene. This is really where we'll be waiting in our convoy to go out for the truck. Obviously this will be set up, and we will have a truck with a trailer come past, and then we'll chase it, but usually we'll have to wait before, just to wait for this truck to turn up with the right trailer that we need, which we'll then steal and then use it in the scene. So yeah. I'll just be waiting for a bit, so I'll just speed this up in the video. So yeah. So yeah, this is the truck we'll be looking for. It we'll be using this scene. It will literally probably look like this, maybe with a different actual truck driving it. But this is the crate that we'll go after, and it'll be coming down here. I'm on by myself while I'm doing this. So yeah, it will come down here. It will come down here. We'll be driving past in this. Hopefully we can get it onto this lane. But yeah, it will probably, yeah, when we're filming this will drive past this section here, where the cars will be waiting. We'll then join in behind it. We'll have Kofi up the back with the Insurgent. We'll have Leon on the side with the Dubster 6x6, and me and Mason will be in the front in my Sultan RS. And what he'll do, if we're here, when it happens, we'll swing in front of this truck, like drive, like hit the handbrake and swing in front of it, then start reversing in front of it, and then we'll slow it down until the truck stops, and then we won't have to, and then we can just get it and drive away with it. That's more or less the plan for that scene. And then we'll drive off with Kofi and Mason and Leon behind. Obviously I'll grab this truck because I'll be driving it when we steal it. So yeah, because I am sitting in the passenger seat of the Sultan and Mason's driving it. So yeah, that's that scene explained. So in this scene, we'll be driving, well, I'll be driving the faction, or Mason will, and we'll be being chased by bikes, like choppers like the Lost MC have, but it'll be some other gang that we're not sure what we're going to call them yet. But I know our main gang that we're using as a thing is going to be called Overlord. I don't know why, but it is. I saw it's cool, and it's on the plate already, so I was thinking, why not? And so we'll be being chased through these woodlands. I'll be in the faction, and bikes will be going past. I think Kofi will be backing us up in the Insurgent behind, and we'll literally be rallying across here, probably at this speed. I don't think we will need to be any faster. And we're literally just going to be like driving about like this, going along. And maybe one bike would fly into the river then and maybe crash, or one will come off here, something like that. More or less, we're just trying to sort our scene plays out. This is kind of just information about the new short film that we'll be making. So yeah, this is kind of what's happening in this. So yeah, and then we'll also go around here. I'm just sliding out at the moment. This isn't that much of grippy of a car. We might use the Buccaneer for this one because this one's just sliding about everywhere in the faction, and we might use this for another scene. But this is another one of the scenes that is quite action packed, and we'll use that quite a bit. So yeah, this is the scene. So I'll also be driving down here. There might be one bike still trailing us, or when it gets to about here, we'll do like jumps and stuff like that, do some spins. Like flat spins and stuff, or we'll just do like 360 drifts. Probably the last bike will go into there, and then we'll be home free from this way because we'll be going along this way. So that was what will be happening in that scene.
Didn't even get to cross.